Hello everyone, so this is CA Ramesh Soni and I'm over here with a quick interview or with a quick talk with our CA final All India rank student Aditya. Congratulations
Thank you so
Aditya
much, sir.
and
Thanks a
thank you
lot.
so much for coming. So we have invited Aditya for a quick talk so that what he says could inspire you or it can help you in your preparation. So I'm over here. I'm going to talk to Aditya about some simple things which he would have gone ahead and done and which would have helped him in achieving this All India rank. Okay. Now, Aditya, one simple question which everybody will definitely have. Please share your experience or please share how your journey in achieving the All India rank.
Sir, firstly, I took up this CA course because when I was in 9th and 10th class, my dad was like, तुझे करना चाहिए, don't go for science. Because I know तेरे लिए नहीं हो. And he basically, because of him, he guided me. He introduced me to the world of CA. He took me to a class, where he explained what are the steps and all. So, initial stepping stone was my dad. And then
And I think most of the students who do CA, most of them, their parents definitely tell them कि you must do CA and
Yes.
so they come into the course.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And from there onwards, because I kind of started liking the course,
Okay.
whatever was being taught, the practical aspects of it. And CA course was never like something which was a burden on me because
Okay.
I was enjoying the flow.
Okay.
So that helped me a lot in my journey. That's a brief.
So saying what Aditya says over here is basically staying self-motivated that I want to study, I want to do this course is one of the very important thing in achieving this All India rank which he says. ठीक है. My next question, what keeps you motivated or what kept you motivated rather to go ahead and achieve this All India rank?
Some motivation was only one that I had decided कि once I had given my first attempt, I don't want to touch those books again, except for preparing for my interviews. That was the main motivating factor. It's like a very simple motivating factor for me. I didn't have any internal ambitions like that.
एक बार पढ़ लिया, I should be
बस
done
पढ़
with
लिया.
it.
Yeah.
So you had put your 100% in the first attempt.
Yes.
So putting in 100% in the first attempt is one of the motivating factor which we all should have, according to Aditya. Now, if I ask you one more question, Aditya, what role does family, friends, mentors, teachers play when it comes to achieving such a target? Saying कि मेरे को CA final I have to clear in the first attempt with a All India rank. See, I can understand that All India rank is not the first thought which comes to you when you prepare. It is just when you achieve that you realized, okay,
Yes.
that the hard work which I had done has got me an All India rank. But in your preparation or throughout your journey, what role does the parents, teacher, and your friends play?
Okay. So, yes, sir, as you told, family, friends, teachers, everyone has their own role, whenever a person achieves something. My parents, they both had very different roles. Mom was always telling ki, you have to become CA, you have to become CA in the first attempt. I just want that to happen. Dad was like, don't take tension, just go with the flow, don't burden yourself with the pressure of becoming a CA. So both had very opposing views, but both helped me in some or the other.
एक का pressure दूसरा
Yes,
पर release
correct.
कर
It
रहा था
was
कि-
compensating basically.
Right.
Then friends also, see, you can't, I have heard, just isolate yourself in your study leaves. I honestly don't believe in that because if I'm not a person who would like to stay in isolation, I need my friends around me. And especially I would like to thank my friend Niharika because she was my study partner for the last 2 years of my
Okay.
whole CA final journey. We both were
Okay.
studying together only.
Uh-huh.
She helped me a lot,
Uh-huh.
clearing my concepts, doubts, whatever it was. We both helped each other. So genuinely, like, she made my journey a little bit more easier when she was there. And so teachers ka to the biggest role probably because when you are into finals, you don't know what's in front of you. You
Right.
need someone who can tell ki it has to go in a certain manner. This is how you should plan and all.
Okay.
Teachers ka bhi, it was a very important role because see, except for audit, I had taken classes for every subject.
Okay.
And every faculty was unique in their own way. they
Right.
helped me. And
Right.
even though I had taken online classes, I was not, in physical interaction with them.
Uh-huh.
It still was not much of friction for me.
Okay. So one very important point which Aditya has pointed out, he's taken all the classes online. So basically, at Yeshas Academy, he has been a student from foundation to inter to final, and all the three levels he has done online. So one very important point which I would like to tell the students is, students nowadays say, sir, online, we are doing the online class. Will we be able to do it? Will we be able to complete it? Baba, it's all about your discipline and the focus which you have. See Aditya, he has done foundation, inter and final, all the three level online. So I think what keeps you motivated again when it comes to online?
Online, sir, honestly, I didn't have a choice because I live very far from the coaching center. So when the thing is, see, again, as it said, when people used to ask whether to give one group or both group, people generally say, don't give yourself an option for a single group. Just think ki, see, I say an option is there of just both groups.
Okay.
That way you prepare yourself. That was the thing for me, because I didn't have the option of choosing offline. It would have been very tiring for me. So since online was the only option, I accepted it and just
So
got
when you
done with
accept that you don't have a choice and you work hard towards
Yes.
it, it becomes very easy.
Yes.
Okay, Aditya, tell me, how did you plan your studies? I think this is something which all the students would want to know from you. How did you plan your studies?
Sir, so from intermediate, I knew one thing, that even though we had a lot of time for finals because of the work pressure and all, at the end it's going to be very tough. So I didn't want to delay my study by a lot. So I started, like when I joined the articleship, I started my first subject around 5 months after I joined the articleship, because then you have like almost 2 years for 5 subjects. Now it's 5 subjects.
Okay.
So it's a lot of time.
Right.
If you technically see, if you have like 4 months for one subject, that comes out to like 1 hour per day of coaching. That
Right.
too at a normal 1x speed, not even 1.5x speed.
Right.
So if you just break it down into a very minute thing, you will realize ki even though you will be burdened with the work and all, daily 1 hour is not a challenge, I feel.
Right. So
Do it
basically
in
planning.
bits. Yes.
Planning is something which helped you in achieving and going ahead and completing your studies. So after completing your studies, one question which students also want to ask you, how many times did you go ahead and revise?
So for that, I did not do much of a writing practice, honestly, because see, in intermediate I had seen ki, for me personally, writing practice was not helping much. If I am just studying as we call it, auditing the subject.
Okay, now I think he is against my philosophy wherein I tell the students, please write and practice.
Nahin.
But that's okay. Every student is different. Everyone's way of doing it is different. Yes, Aditya, sorry to interrupt.
No, sir. It's not about being against something. It's just about, see, there is no one size fits all,
Right.
which is there, right? So you have to figure it out for yourself. Now,
Right.
from my intermediate experience, I knew that writing practice was not for me.
Huh.
So even though my faculty told, I did not focus much on writing practice. Rather than I studied the subject or like from the book directly, and that way I was able to do a complete revision of 4 times, because I did not have to write and like even in practical subjects I did not write and practice. So that way I was able to save some time, and it said na, if you like write once, it's equivalent to like reading 3 times. So I
Right.
chose the second path because I found it more convenient or more compatible with my way of learning.
So basically, you went ahead and read the question answers also.
Yes.
So, students, he is not telling that you don't study the question answers at all. When it comes to practice, if you practice once, that's good enough. But if you want to read it, at least 2 to 3 times of reading will help you in remembering that question along with the answer. That is, I think,
Yes,
what Aditya wants to
absolutely,
say.
Absolutely.
Now, okay, preparation, you want to say that preparation should start way before. Every day, small targets will help you in
Yes.
achieving. When it comes to revision, you told at least 3 to 4 times of revision.
If you have time.
If you have time, at least.
Yes.
After we are done with the revision, what was your 1.5-day strategy before the exam?
So when I was doing my third revision, sometime around September or October maybe, that time only I had decided ki what I should not study in those 1.5 days. So because see, taxes, it's too much.
Right.
But although I had written, this thing I'll not cover in those 1.5 days, luckily I got the time and I was able to cover the entire syllabus in those 1.5 days. That's because for taxes, I had my own summary notes. For IDT, I had searched chat book. Then for other subjects, again, guys, see text. If you are plainly reading from the textbook on the day of exam, it's going to be tough. If you have time, I'll strongly recommend to make your own notes, because see, making own notes, once it will help you in a writing practice. If you're making your own mnemonics and stuff, it will help you because it's your personal thing which you're doing, not with what somebody else is giving you. That helped me a lot in audit as well. And AFM, I had made like a summary of all the formulas in 20 pages. वो कर लिया था. FR, there was no 1.5 days का challenge, so anyways, not relevant for
Not
FR.
relevant for FR.
So in short, I'll suggest if you have time. That's why, see, if you're starting early, even if you're studying in small bits, you'll have time and you'll be able to make your own notes, which will eventually help you on the day before the exam. So sir, for those 1.5 days, your own summary notes will help you a lot. So I'll strongly recommend that if you have time and if you started early, make your own notes. Don't rely on notes given by others, because see, these days Telegram is the biggest threat, I feel, because there are like so many options available that you get lost in it.
And you just accumulate.
You just keep on accumulating and don't know from where to read what and all. So I'll suggest keep it simple. Don't have to be complicated. Stick to one book, make your own notes, that's all, and you will be sorted.
So basically, during your entire preparation, you followed only one material?
Yes.
Or is it like ये भी पढ़ लो, वो भी पढ़ लो, I should do it from here?
I made that mistake in intermediate and I decided not to do that in finals.
Okay, so you are sticking to only one teacher, one material.
Yes.
For those which summary was given by the teacher, for an example, IDT,
yes.
You used it. If it was not given by chance, then you made your own.
Correct.
I have one question from a student. Student says, what was the strategy for IBS? Also would like to know all paper if 2 full coverage revision are enough, or 3 to 4 revision. Baba, 3 to 4 revision he has already told. But yeah, what was your strategy for IBS is something which students would want to know.
So it's an
suitcase भर के लेके गए थे आप?
बिल्कुल sir. Around 30 kgs of books I had taken.
Okay.
And it's an open secret this time. How was the IBS paper? Because unlike May, what everyone expected, November was like a complete opposite paper.
Okay.
Right. So first thing which I did was, okay, indexes I didn't take for any subject. So basically we have this compiler given, basically all the case studies compiler I took for the index, but for the subject I didn't focus much on the index because see, anyways I had done those subjects like 10 days back.
Yes.
So I had a bit of idea to where to search what, right?
Right.
So now see, if May exam indexes were of a lot of help, but November indexes were not of much of help, right? So IBS scale I would suggest, see, don't ignore law and costing. Once you're done with SPOM, I was done with SPOM, both the sets in July. After that, I had studied law and costing twice. Once in September, October, and one before IBS exam. So that will help, because see, now law, and if you're not in touch with this subject, you don't know where to find it, right? At least law and costing, I would suggest ki go through the headings at least and make a summary ki this heading is in this chapter. I did that for costing because costing we had so many sums. So I wrote one keyword of that question and in which chapter I can find that. That helped me because I was able to find that question like copy paste from the textbook.
Okay.
And other subjects, going forward, I think IBS is definitely not going to be easy based on what ICI has indicated in November 24.
Right.
So I'll suggest, don't ignore law and costing. It will help you a lot because law and costing, they're not going to ask any new question. It will come from the textbook itself.
Okay.
Thoda twisted matlab, they might change the language here a bit, but the answer will be the same itself, right? But other 5 subjects, you might get new questions. And secondly, time management. Now, IBS mein, it's not practically possible to complete the 100% paper. If anyone's done it, my sincere respect to you, because for that, what you should do is, if you have time, I'll suggest you go and attempt the November 24 exam. If you're able to do it in November in 3 hours comfortably, you are good to go. You don't need, you can go and refer ICI's case studies and all, but because they are very lengthy and all those lengthy case studies will not come in the exam. Exams mein case study will be maximum a 2-pager case study. That's all. So don't have to do like very big case studies. And this, and again, this is a very specific tip to those people who are giving both the groups. Again, for people who have given their group 1 earlier, or it's been a time since you have given the other papers, it's going to be tough, but that's not that's not an option anyways now. What
Okay.
it is, yeah.
So basically what Aditya also wants to say is you can't ignore any subject. Law is there, law ko bhi padhna hai. Audit is there, audit also has to be studied. You have to complete everything so that you can clear the IBS ka paper. Right?
Comfortably, yes.
Now, Aditya, I think all said, all done, all questions I think answered. How was the IDT ka paper which you studied with us?
Sir,
Did the classes help?
yes, very. And after I came from the exam, one paper I was confident about was IDT.
Okay.
Because sir, chart book was like in front of my eyes. I could see those, like that flow from the chart book, because I had studied that 4 times and it's a colorful book, right? So if you do it those many times, it will get engraved in your mind.
Right.
That helped me a lot. And secondly, as I told, I did your question bank, and question bank I think 3-4 times kiya tha maine. The main question which was there.
Okay.
That helped. And secondly, there were no new surprises in the paper, like a different question altogether. That didn't come.
So the chart book gives you a confidence that you have covered everything.
Yes. And even if something is not there in chart book, you can just go ahead and write it in pencil or pen side mein. That works.
Yes.
Because everything will obviously everything cannot be there in the chart book. So
in 100 pages, we always say
Yes.
95% of the coverage is there. Yes.
small points you can go ahead and write. So yeah, that
If you find
helped a lot.
something important.
Yes, that helped a lot, sir.
Right. ठीक है. Now all done. Man ki baat. If you have something which you want to tell the students, how does it feel after achieving a rank? And
Yeah.
what would be your suggestion for all our students?
Honestly, guys, rank was not expected. I never studied for a rank. Mera aim was to pass the exam, because that's what most of us do, right? Rank is like a bonus thing which you get. Even if you don't get, you have cleared the exam, still a great thing. Rank is just an add-on, right? And just one more thing, see, because nowadays what's happening is I try to refrain from, going here and there for different notes. That's a big thing, and I'm telling you, in Telegram there are a lot of groups, bolenge ki ye chapter ka summary notes le lo, all of that. See, personal recommendation, if you have taken classes from a faculty, trust them, trust their book, and you don't have to, throw your hands out everywhere. That will waste your time. You will only get more confused at the end of the day. You don't know from where to study what. And again, that's a tip for IBS as well. If you know IBS mein, you cannot take एक ही subject का 3-4 books, right? Think it from that perspective also. Stick to one book and just don't delay. If you have just started your articleship, I know you guys have like 6 months of proper study leave. So still I'll suggest 1 hour, 1.5 hours daily. If you can, please go ahead and start your classes. That will help you a lot at the end. If, God forbid, something untoward incident happens, which I hope not, but in case something happens, the preparation which you started early, that will help you in the later stages of your exam or study leave, whatever.
Right.
So yeah, that's all. Very happy.
This is an honest opinion, and rank is something which you say, okay. How do you feel on achieving the rank is something okay.
I'm feeling very happy, sir, but not above the clouds. It's just that I got a rank. I'm happy.
Yes.
It's just a bonus thing for me, honestly.
Done.
So, yeah.
Thank you so much, Aditya, for joining us today
Thanks a lot,
and
sir.
motivating our student.
Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you, everyone.
Thank you.